As I did in Hitman 1, in Hitman 2 I made my very own season, somewhat of an alternative timeline to 47's story, by making my own contracts in each and every location of the game in chronological order, except for Hawke's Bay, which came out later, so it's in the middle of it. Now, the way I make these contracts is I go inside a location, I walk around, I get the vibe, until I find a certain NPC or a couple of NPCs that will make for interesting kills because of their uniqueness. Maybe I can make a story about them, but I'm not thinking about how I am going to kill them like I did in Season 1. So I'm just picking targets based on what the story will be like, or if the kills could be interesting. So I'm gonna go through all these contracts in a bit, but I just want to mention that they are all approachable, most of them even suit only. They should all be doable in a normal fashion in some way or another, you just have to figure them out. So let's get right into them. First one, Miami. So the way I picked these targets is I saw Heidi Santoro and I thought it was a Sheik from Season 1 as well. It is not him, it's a different Sheik, but I like to think he changed his name. So yeah, these are both pretty much some sort of witnesses from the first season, so they need to go. I made it suit only because it's a little bit of a challenge that way, but it's still any method. Most of the areas aren't trespassing. Next, Son of Fortuna. This should be a little bit of a nod to the earlier games. This is the rest of the Delgado family. It's been prominent throughout the game series, and we need to exterminate the last three here. So Rico, Hector, and Catalina. Hector is the easiest one to get. It's not suit only, it's any disguise, so you should be able to walk around freely over there. Catalina isn't that hard either. The only one is Rico, you have to seclude him somehow. This one's a bit more trickier, but it's any disguise, so still doable. Right, off to Mumbai. So this one isn't too hard either, but still a little bit of a challenge. The first one, the Kashmirian, isn't difficult. You get into his disguise, then you kill Cafe Hadza and get his disguise, and then finally you go after Mike, who's the guy that's all the way up Rangoon Tower. And that guy might be a little bit of a challenge. So it's a bit more difficult, but still, if you think about it, it should be doable as well. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I needed a sniper level in there somewhere. I kinda like sniping, I just had to have one level. And Hawke's Bay isn't that interesting. I thought peeking inside like a creepy neighbor idea was pretty funny, so I made this one the sniper, any disguise, so you can have a little bit of freedom. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard either, just remember that Alma and Orson are linked to each other, so if one of them freaks out, there's a lockdown. That's just a hint you get right there. So Hawke's Bay was a bit more of an intermission than an actual mission, and for the next one we're gonna crank it up a little bit. In Whittleton Creek, the two politicians, they have to die by poison, and then we have the real estate agent who needs to die by a falling object, which he can do by at least two different methods, maybe more. And I would prefer it not being melee or thrown, just the hatchet, but then it says melee. So if you want the hatchet there, you have to choose a melee or a thrown somehow. So I chose for the melee. And finally, Isle of Segal. Now this is a bit of an odd one. When I made this contract, certain things happened differently than when it came out, and I started playing the contract. The NPCs would do different things. Yeah, so it's still doable. I had to really think about this one to make a route, to make it even happen. But I think I found a pretty cool route. I'll just give you a hint. Throw in a muffin or an apple at one of the entertainers, instantly kills them. So that's a no-go. The 30-minute mark is only there for finishing off the season, James Bond style. You only have 30 minutes, which is more than doable. But yeah, this one, yeah, maybe try it, maybe don't. And then they released two more locations. I wanted to make them special, so they're both pretty much the same. They're bonus levels. Both of them are complete the mission in 5 minutes and do it suit only. For the bank in New York, we have killed 4 of the NPCs with hobby knife melee. Routing of this was pretty interesting. I liked it. I got a couple of routes and I finished on one that I think was pretty cool. But yeah, that's the bank, so have fun with this one. And then finally, Haven Island. So I chose these 5 targets because they were annoying either their partners, the personnel, or their people at the location, which is a holiday retreat. So we don't want that mood around here, so they gotta go. Again, 5 minutes, suit only. This time around, you can do them in any accident. Right, so those are my Hitman 2 contracts. If you want to give them a go, they're on PlayStation 4, and I will be routing them myself and uploading a couple of videos about each and one of them with explanation. Maybe I'll show you some cool tricks or whatnot, or just the route itself. So if you're gonna play them, have a lot of fun with them, and if you want to see what I did with these, wait just a couple of days and I'll upload them. So thanks everyone for watching, have a good one.